Say bye to the dudes. Man, his eyes are glowing. She don't know what's going on. She's like, yeah. Alrighty guys, we're leaving the house to go on our road trip. I probably won't video much tonight because it's already 8:40. It's getting kind of late, so see you in 13 hours in Beaumont, Texas. And then
maybe some in between.
Yeah, maybe we might video some of the stuff. And just like that, we were off. I drove all night that night and we made it finally in Louisiana and stopped at a Waffle House. Alright guys, we just made it to the Waffle House. Oh man, that was a long drive. I didn't video much on the way through the interstate. There's Dustin. We just got done eating breakfast. It's gonna be weird vlogging with Dustin behind me. I don't like it. We're on Interstate 10 going through Baton Rouge as we go over the Mississippi River. First time we'd ever seen the Mississippi. We could see the more we go, everything's getting more flat, and this was our first time ever seeing a swampland like this before. And now finally, after driving for almost 13 hours, we made it into Texas. And now just a little bit of quick backstory so this next part don't confuse you. We're going to meet a guy that I play Xbox with. I've played Xbox with him for years and years, and we had never met before, so this is the first time we've ever met. We made it. I'm nervous. We may have made it. Uh-oh. That's gonna be so awkward.
Wow. It's another thing.
I know. I feel like I don't know.
Your friend.
He is. I don't know. I'm just nervous. Should I just honk the horn? Yeah, this is really nice. It doesn't look scary at all. Should I honk? That's crazy. Why aren't you videoing?
I don't know. I'm just like, it's crazy.
It's so weird. We finally meet.
I know. You're not that much taller.
I went ahead and shut the camera off because I didn't want to have a camera in his face the whole time. And anyways, it was the first time we'd ever met, so we were both really nervous. So now I know what you're thinking. What in the world am I looking at? I'm actually going to meet one of his friends that also played Xbox with us. We was hoping to get a good reaction, but you'll just see what happens. He literally recognized me right away. We were so shocked that he actually knew who I was right away that quick. Time to play some games. Matthew insisted on us trying some boudin balls. I hope that's what they're called anyways. If it's not, I'm gonna get funny comments. So yeah, we tried it, and I think you could tell by our reactions it was pretty good. A little bit spicy, but it was good. In this next clip, we had won a lot of tickets, and we actually wound up getting all of our tickets together and giving them to a little kid. And you'll just have to watch the reaction.
You see that? Oh my gosh.
600 series. So we just opened up the trunk, and then we saw this guy taking a ride with us. So today we got some shopping done. We went out and ate with Matthew and his girlfriend. And most importantly, we actually made a YouTube video. If you want to watch the video, click up in the top right hand corner. And here's a little preview of what we did. Well, Matthew's about to leave, so...
Yep, wish I didn't have to. I'm leaving my own house.
Leaving his own house,
Like
leaving us here, but...
I'm sorry about that, though.
This is going to be so awkward.
Yeah.
I don't know, but...
Anyways,
Anyways,
have fun, though.
I guess it was good meeting you.
Yep.
You have to come up there.
We are. Next time.
Yep.
Probably winter bake, maybe.
Winter break. We'll plan on it.
Or the summer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole year, but
I don't know. This is why I don't want a video, because it's just so cringy. Like, I'd just rather be talking
we can
to
have
you.
a real goodbye after this.
Yeah, so. Alrighty.
Alright, bye guys.
We stayed at Matthews for one more night, and after that, we hit the road again. Today, we're at, what's this place called?
Silos?
We're at the Silos in Waco, Texas. Ashley really wanted to come here, so let's go in and see what we got. Like I said, we're in Waco, Texas. I didn't get to do much videoing yesterday because, I don't know, I just wanted to spend time with Matthew and kind of get to know him. First time we'd ever met, so I didn't want to just have a camera in his face the whole time. So yeah, so we wound up buying some cookies. What else you get? Cupcake? Chocolate croissants. So now we're on our way to Amarillo. You can see that there's the oil machines pumping the oil out of the ground. And there's actually a lot of windmills out here too. Some of the first windmills we'd seen on the whole trip. I mean, every little dot you could see out through there is another windmill. There were so many of them. We passed a tank on the road. We thought it was pretty cool. I just couldn't help but realize how flat it was. And these were some of the first mountains we'd seen in a while. I mean, look how flat it was. Alrighty guys, we've made it pretty far. I've been doing a horrible job vlogging today. We're probably about another 2 hours away from Amarillo. Here's our current scenery. Everything's still pretty flat. So yeah, we'll see you hopefully in Amarillo at the hotel. Good morning guys. We're in Amarillo, Texas right now. We stayed in an Airbnb last night. Yeah, here's our room. Pretty nice. There's the bathroom, and that door's locked. I guess it goes to the upstairs part where the people who own it are. And yeah, it's pretty small. Dustin slept on the air mattress last night, but yeah, there's a big change like in the climate. It was 100, I think it got up to 106 yesterday, and today it's like only like the high is like 75. It's like 60 something right now. Big Texan Steakhouse. It's kind of rainy today. Cold. The Texan Steakhouse is pretty good, by the way. I didn't really video when we left there, but yeah, so we're at the Cadillac Ranch right now. We brought our spray paint. I got blue since my channel color is kind of like a blue in the background, so yeah, let's go paint these cars. Look at these dumpsters. That has to be the coolest dumpster I've ever seen. That's a lot of weight. This is the paint. My time. It's so thick. Ooh, weird. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I can. It shows up really cool on the phone. Sixth car is Joshua and Ashley on the driver's side. the very last car has Joshua RTV. We're in the middle of New Mexico right now. I just took a screenshot on my phone. I'll show you on the map where we're at right now. But we just we come up to this rest stop, and over the hill we saw some of the first mountains we've seen in a long time. Right there, I don't know if you can see. Sit back and relax as you watch a time lapse of us driving through New Mexico and into Arizona. Last night we got an Airbnb. It's a tiny house that we're staying in. I figured I'd show you guys some of this tiny house. So here's the upstairs part. The bed. It's got all the lights and stuff. It's got a lot of storage that we're not using because we don't have that much stuff. And it's got these stairs. It's kind of tight up here, but I guess that's part of having a tiny house. So then we're gonna make our way down the stairs. Here's the living room. It's got the air conditioner up there, a window, couch. Alright, so here's the kitchen. You go through here. Oh, and you got a little, it's like a washer and dryer combo. Got your sink, fridge and freezer, microwave, toilet, mirror, and you got your shower. Kind of small. Check out those gas prices. I believe when we left Greenville it was only $2.19, so it had gone up just a little bit. So now we're making our way to the Penske Racing Museum. Dustin, up here. So while leaving Arizona, I decided to make a time lapse all the way to the Grand Canyon. So hang on tight. Alright, we're going to speed it up a little bit. We're going to be here all day. After driving all day, we finally made it to the Grand Canyon Inn where we would stay the night. After all the driving, we finally made it to the Grand Canyon. We made it to the Grand Canyon. We're about to look over the edge. My Tom.
We're at the Grand Canyon.
That's a big fall. Honestly, the camera doesn't do any justice. Man, that's crazy.
Far down.
We spent all day exploring the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Whenever we left the Grand Canyon, we had to drive through a lot of desert to go to Nevada. We crossed over the Hoover Dam, which we'll come back to later, but first we were going to go to Vegas and spend the night. So we made it to Vegas last night. I don't know if you can see some of the buildings. It almost just looks like the beach, just without the ocean, and it's really hot. We're getting ready to go to Count's Customs, where they have the Counting Cars TV show, and we're going to tour the place. We had finally made it, Las Vegas. We were going into Count's Customs, but I didn't realize you're not allowed to take video in there, only pictures. So here are some pictures I took while we were in there. After leaving Count's Customs, we drove by the Pawn Stars building, took a cruise down the Strip. We also drove by the now entering and leaving Vegas sign also, but we were on the side where we were leaving Vegas. We don't have an In-N-Out on the East Coast, so we decided to go and eat at one and see how we liked it. So we just got done eating In-N-Out for the first time. What'd you think about it?
Good.
It was pretty good, but it just doesn't compare to the East Coast, the burgers we got out there. So Pal's has nothing on In-N-Out, or In-N-Out has nothing on Pal's, I mean. So like I said before, we drove over the Hoover Dam last night, but we didn't get to see it because it was so dark. So now we're going back to check it out. We're at the Hoover Dam. So we're at the Hoover Dam, right on the border of Arizona and Nevada. Nevada, I mean. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty cool. Here's what it looks like. Here at the Hoover Dam is where we reach some of our hottest temperatures of the whole trip. This Hoover Dam heat is getting to us. Right here is an overlook of Lake Mead. Now we start heading towards Utah. We got stuck in a little bit of traffic, but we finally made it to Utah. Alrighty guys, I don't even remember the last thing I videoed. We're on our way to Zion National Park. Zion was one of the most unique places we'd went to on this whole trip, with all the high cliffs and hiking to be done. Unfortunately, all we did was drive through it. This will definitely be a place we'll have to come back to. Guys, we just saw a whole herd of buffalo over here. We're gonna try to get a closer look. We've never seen buffalo before, or bison, I mean. We've never seen bison before. Our next stop on the list, Bryce Canyon. The big rocks sticking out of the ground are called hoodoos, formed whenever the canyon walls start eroding. So we stayed the night in Utah. Here's some scenery we saw while we were driving through. After the Navajo Bridge, we decided it was time to start heading home. I drove all through the night until we got about 50 miles from the Tennessee state line. Look at Sadie, she doesn't know what to do.
If I could take you up in boom boom boom, tell me I'm the only one that you know. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.